Hey, welcome to the CyberJA YouTube channel with me, Richard Perry, your cybersecurity and GRC enthusiast. And this is the place where we are always discussing and dealing with everything that has to do with cybersecurity and GRC. So let me quickly jump to my screen to share with you what it is that we'll be diving into in this video. All right, guys. So what you're looking at on screen is the financial aspect of cybersecurity. And I strongly believe that as a cybersecurity professional, regardless of whatever role you play in an organization, always take the time to have that additional knowledge at an high level of how it is that the business operates and what it is that you need to implement various cybersecurity controls, cybersecurity measures. And one of the challenges is to be able to get the buy-in from the powers that be within the organization. So having that added, that extra knowledge from a financial perspective always gives you some amount of hedge. And I was talking from experience. All right, so what you're looking at on screen is just pretty much working through this exercise, and for sure in many more videos to come and streams to you can definitely look out for a lot of financial literacy as it relates to cybersecurity. So in this exercise, we're looking at calculating financial impact of not implementing a security control or security program. I'm going to be looking at this from two perspectives. All right, so the very first case, this is a case that we're going to be looking at. So it's always good to have that story or that case scenario to present to the board or the powers that be within the organization. So let's assume that your organization is considering implementing a network security program, or maybe a set of controls within the program itself, or a particular device or tool, whichever the case is, maybe a firewall or an XDR, whichever the case is, security program that will cost $100,000 to implement. The program is designed to reduce the risk of a data breach by 50%. The potential financial impact of the data breach is estimated to be $500. That is after you would have garnered the necessary valid information, right? So you have to spend the time to ensure that you're getting the right figures to present to the board, right? You cannot make up figures or to fluff things when it comes on to this sort of thing within organization. Bear in mind that you're dealing with persons who have higher levels of financial literacy. All right, secondly, now, as I said before, we're looking at two scenarios. If the board decides to versus if the board decides not to implement or to invest into such programs or solutions. So if the board decides not to approve the implementation of the security program, the likelihood of a data breach occurring remains at 50%. Therefore, the expected financial impact of a data breach without the security program would be, can you guess? All right, let's just quickly jump into that. So there's always a formula to everything. All right, let me just quickly pull this out of the way. All right, so what we're looking at now is, get these a little bit down for you. All right, so all right, so the expected, all right, so this is our formula. The expected financial impact is equal to probability of the occurrence times the cost of a breach. All right, and then let us move on further. Now, expected financial impact would equal to, in this case, the 50% that we identified earlier here, times the 500,000 for the estimated impact of a data breach, which was identified in this section earlier. All right, so with all of those figures, bearing in mind that we would have done our necessary research to come up with those values, then the expected financial impact would be $250,000. All right, so arm with that information. Now let us look on the other hand of actually if the board implements this solution or security program. All right. So let me just get myself out of the way. All right. So let us quickly get these elements out of the way, right? And if the board approves the implementation of the security program, the likelihood of a data breach would be reduced by 50%. Therefore, the expected financial impact of a data breach with a security program would be, right? Let us quickly look at what this cost would be in relation to if the board decides not to. So in this case, the expected financial impact would be 25% times 250, sorry, 500,000. Therefore, the expected financial impact is equal to 125,000. But it doesn't stop there, right? So further in our calculation, then we have to look at the difference in expected financial impact between implementing the security program and not implementing the security program. All right, so let me quickly remove all that we have on screen, all right, with the exception of this. Therefore, in this case, this is what we would actually end up with in terms of presenting to the board to say, all right, the difference in expected financial impact between implementing the security program and not implementing the security program would be our $250,000 minus the $125,000, which will equal to $125,000. Now, what is this saying? Right? So in essence, therefore, not approving the implementation of the security program could result in an additional financial impact of 125,000, right? Now, this amount should be compared to the cost of implementing the security program to determine the return on investment of the program and help the board make an informed decision. So, guys, there we have a case scenario of how it is that you can actually approach this situation in terms of presenting to the board to get their support, being able to communicate, being able to bring across points from a financial perspective. Now, having said that, let me quickly bring you to a number of resources that I've actually curated that you can actually dive into to further build on this knowledge base as it relates to that financial literacy. And in weeks to come, we're going to be diving into an entire series called our Cybersecurity Financial Literacy Master Class series. So guys, so at the bottom of this video, I'm just doing an example from the CyberJA YouTube channel. Then quickly you'll be able to go down into the description section at the bottom of the course itself. And from there, you're able to look into all the podcast stream, right? So Spotify, all of those are there, all the LinkedIn courses, but more so is a section where all of the resources, right? So once you quickly go to there, then you're able to access, for example, all of my Udemy courses, practical cybersecurity and GRC courses that teaches you how to carry out ransomware, readiness assessments, risk assessments, CMMC, NIST, all of those various types of assessments, practical tools, setup environments, looking at various best practices, the ultimate cybersecurity professional courses, pivoting into cybersecurity and GRC, right? There are a number of important posts, articles that I've actually put together to further advance your skill, not to mention these here as it relates to financial cybersecurity formulas, right? So this in itself will also provide you with further insights in terms of formulas, calculating risk, return on investment, total cost of ownership, how to calculate breach. Very importantly is the case scenarios, that you can actually look at in terms of the application of these various formulas that are listed there. All right, so guys, stay tuned for future recordings on the CyberJA YouTube channel. So I'm Richard Perry, cybersecurity and GRC enthusiast. I'm for sure I hope that you have found this quite informative, useful. Please share, subscribe, like, follow for all future updates. All right.